Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. I want you to listen to this video. This is Jamaicans, doing what they unleashing violence in America. Yes, man, and the reason why these guys are behaving like this in America, it's not their fault, it's government fault back in Jamaica, because they treat them as victims. Back in Jamaica, criminals are treated as victims. So I wanted to listen to this. This is about the guys that call Squash. And the reason why it's Squash, Muscle, Ford, G-Man, Rayman, and Layman, all kind of man. So I wanted to listen. The amount of gunshot that these guys unleash in Fort Lauderdale. So you listen.
Overnight, leaving 2 people dead and police searching for the person who pulled the trigger. Local 10's Terrell Forney is following this one for us, live from Lauderhill. Terrell.
And this neighborhood sits off of Northwest 56th Avenue, south of West Oakland Park Boulevard. Police actually believe that there were 3 shooting victims. 2 of them died from their injuries, but the incident certainly has people who live here rattled. A hail of bullets from what is believed to be a semi-automatic weapon is heard on a neighbor's surveillance camera system Wednesday night. Minutes later, police rushed in and found 2 men dead from gunshot wounds.
I didn't take it for anything until I heard more shots, and then I said to myself, that sounded like a shootout. So I'm really saddened.
Many of the residents inside of the Blueberry Court development are too afraid to show their face on camera, but they tell us they feel their neighborhood is becoming more dangerous. Last night's shooting meant a section of the complex was roped off with yellow crime scene tape. The bodies of the victims were covered under a blue tarp. Investigators tell Local 10 a 3rd person was involved in the shooting, and later in the night a man showed up to a hospital in Tamarack with a gunshot wound. But detectives have not yet said if that incident is connected. The medical examiner's office is now doing its own work, which includes trying to positively ID the pair of shooting victims. So detectives have since wrapped up their work here in this neighborhood, but their investigation is still ongoing. So far, no one in custody. The person who pulled the trigger. Reporting live from Lauderhill, Terrell Forney, Local 10 News.
Terrell, 2 men were found with gunshot wounds in a parking lot. They both were pronounced dead at the scene.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. At this channel, we do not like criminals and terrorists. This channel, we are a law-abiding community. And as you have, most of you who have been following up the news would have known about this guy that they call Squash, the 6 boss. You understand? And there's a lot of things, a lot of happenings that has been going on with him in Florida. You can see him and some of his friends. All of his friends in these videos. I I am telling you tonight that when you're watching this video, everyone that you are seeing in this video, they're going to lead to federal charges for Squatch. Yes, and he's in deep. You know what I'm saying with Uncle Sam? Deep, deep, deep. Now, if our but is when, and I can tell you that he's gonna be charged criminally under the federal law for those guys that are in the video with those firearms. But I'll tell you later. You understand? If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, this is the time to subscribe. Yes, man, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share the video, and comment below at the channel. Where we as a community do not like criminal terrorists and their supporters, enablers, and financiers. In Jamaica, we know that we do not have a criminal problem. We have a corruption problem. And the reason why guys like Squash and the likes, why they come while they're in the United States of America and causing problem, it's not their fault. It's the fault of the Jamaican government, Jamaican for Justice, Caroline Gooms, let these guys feel like this is how the world is. So criminals have rights and citizens do not have any rights. But I have news Squash and all of his cronies, and it's nothing good. But Squash days are numbered, because he's gonna be charged federally for all of those guys that are in the video with him. and I'll tell you why. So I want you to um before I go any further with this video, I want you to listen to this guy, this man speaking, and I am not going to tell you who it is, but just listen to what he's saying. It is someone who I have known. You understand? I was a detective in Jamaica, and this is someone who I have known personally. So I want you to listen. And this is someone who lives in the United States of America. But I am telling you guys, this is going to be federal for this man. So I want you to listen for Squash and all of his elks. The empire is gonna crumble now. So this is not Jamaica, you know, where criminals treated with kids club. This is a different place. So I want you to listen to this um interview, and then I'm going to let you listen to what these guys have done in Florida. But I am not going to tell you the charges that he's going to be charged for as yet. Just listen.
This happened in my city yesterday, and while I was in Jamaica, and now it, as far as I'm concerned, just listening to chatters in the street, it's not conclusive, but they're saying that this is going to be an ongoing thing, because 2 months ago this started in another city, Lauderdale Lakes, that's next door to my city. All right, so obviously these guys are going to be going back and forth. My thing is, they can kill themselves, I really don't care, but there's going to be innocent, collateral in between. So I'd like to stop this before it gets out of hand. So if I can get in touch with somebody from NIB or the crime information branch down here, or the criminal information branch down here, then yeah, I can put them on with my local PD, so we can find out who these players are, who's ahead of the stream, so we can nip it in the bud.
Yeah, so the voice of that man you're listening to, that man is a former detective in the Jamaica Constabulary Force and a former member of the United States military. Both of us used to station at the same military base back in Miami. And he's in Broward County now. But what I can tell you, the guys in Broward County, the Jamaican guys who are there giving trouble, that your days are numbered, all of you. And one of the biggest mistake that you guys make was to bring your stupidness Jamaica and to Uncle Sam. But whenever they get squashed, and it's gonna be very, very soon. Um, the thing is not gonna be local, because squash thing with that video, it's going big time, federal thing, and I soon tell you. So I want you to listen, watch. Yeah, so I want you to watch this other video that is out of South Florida from the news station, and they're gonna you watch, you listen, and you decide, because this thing is getting very, very weird. It's gonna be spooky, and I can tell you that Squash ass is in vice, tight vice. You understand? And it's no recall or nothing like that. It don't even reach that far as yet. So I want you to listen to what the news team is saying about.
Developing right now, police making a deadly discovery in Lauderhill.
Two men found shot to death in a parking lot. So let's get right to Local 10's Syra Onward. She is alive at the scene with what she's learned from police. Syra.
Alexis and Geo, police have told us they responded here to Blueberry Court, this residential complex, at 9 o'clock last night. Let's take you to Sky 10's look over the scene this morning. During this investigation, you can see Lauderhill police detectives' heavy presence out here. You can see a blue tarp covering one of the bodies. We know that two men were shot and killed here last night, and a third person may have been involved. Let's take you to video from the scene now so you can get a closer look. Again, those two men were pronounced dead at the scene, but witnesses told police there was a third person involved in the shooting that had driven off before police got there. We know that shortly after that, Woodmont Hospital in Tamarack, they notified Lauderhill police saying that there was a man who had arrived there with a gunshot wound. Police haven't confirmed if that man is the third man that witnesses say was involved in this shooting, but they say they are looking into it. I spoke to a woman this morning. She didn't want her face on camera, but she said she heard gunshots around here before, but never this many at the same time.
I didn't take it for anything until I heard more shots, and then I said to myself, that sounded like a shootout. So I'm really saddened. I'm very much saddened.
So again, an active scene out here. Lauderhill police detectives are still here. We did see the medical examiner come through, but police are asking if you were in this area, if you have any information that can help in their investigation. They have not yet put out any information on a possible shooter. Give Broward Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 954-493-TIPS. Reporting live in Lauderhill this morning.
Yes, man. Most of us as Jamaicans will know that a majority of our people are criminal minded because that's the culture in Jamaica. You don't inform, and somebody violates somebody for you. All you have to do is just violate back somebody for them, and it's quits. That isn't just nonsense. We don't Jamaican people, and then we have people like Dr. Carolyn Gooms, and then we have Terrence Williams, and then they brought in Indicom. So they brought in all these agency, and we have a socialized criminal system in Jamaica from the 1990s. Where in Jamaica, um, when I soon tell you the offenses that he's going to be arrested and charged right now. We're in Jamaica, whenever this is how it is. So the system is designed for criminals because you have people like Carolyn Gomes who make millions of dollars every year from the European unions and um, there's various agency that give her money so she become a millionaire in Jamaica on the backs of the bloodletting in Jamaica. You understand? And in Jamaica, um, liberalism is a mental disorder, because in Jamaica the criminals are the victims. You see, just like it's the guy, G-Man, who was killed during the shootout between Fredman, and Muscle. Muscle is a former military member of the United States Armed Force. So in Jamaica, the system is designed to make criminals see that they are the victims, because people like Dr. Carolyn Gomes and the likes, because they make money, crazy money. So they're not living in the community where crime affect them because they live uptown. When you're in Jamaica, you go uptown, police are there within a jiffy because that's where all the big wigs live, the real criminals. So they get the poor people, the population, to turn against the police from 1972. So you understand? And we were getting back Jamaica up from 1980 until 1989, thanks to the Americans. But Dr. Carolyn Gomes, who's the cousins of Ronald Waite, former member of Parliament and Minister of Education, and he's a member of the PMP LGBTQ plus party. What they have done is created this atmosphere where the social. So I'm telling you, as a Jamaican, in Jamaica, the justice system in Jamaica, they have a socialized program for criminals. When I say socialized program, it's 100% funded by the taxpayers. So the people who are victims of crime, they are the same one who are funding, responsible for paying the attorney fee for these people who commit crimes against them. I don't know how as a people, how this happened and why it happened, but it happened in the 1990s by the most corrupt prime minister we have ever seen in Jamaica, a black man named PJ Patterson. Thief. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. All these people, black people, just destroy the minds of their own people. Jamaica, when a criminal commits a crime against a Jamaican citizen, once that person is arrested, that person become an adopted child of the Jamaican state. So the Jamaican state now is responsible for feeding that person, um, pay the attorney fee to defend that person from the criminal charges. So the criminal who commits a crime and his family, it it doesn't affect them financially because the state is paying for that. So what the state is doing in Jamaica is encouraging people to commit crime. And then you have these people now and this agency Indicom, you understand, that created and made these, so the criminals, whenever they kill anybody, these people they make excuses. Oh, it's because they're poor, they kill people. I've never heard any nonsense like this. You understand? Somebody's poor, that's why you kill people. Killing somebody, oh, that put money in your pocket. I just don't understand that part because of the university ghetto that they call University of the West Indies in Jamaica. I don't know how killing somebody puts money in somebody's pocket. I just can't understand that nonsense. And they just keep feeding it to these illiterate people. And that is the reason why guy like Squash come to America who have money and he's still in this nonsense and this mindset because in Jamaica when you have money, you're like God because you can buy out everybody. You understand? So um so let me cut to the chase. These are the charges that Squash is going to be arrested and charged with because of all the guys that you see in the video. One, he's going to be arrested and charged before the week done. The United States Citizen and Immigration Services police, they're going to come on and they're going to arrest him. One, for alien smuggling. Two, domestic transporting of illegal alien, harboring an illegal alien, encouraging, inducing a legal alien, conspiracy, aiding, or abetting an illegal alien, bringing in aliens to the United States of America. So all of these charges he's going to face. You understand? And it's all of these charges are Title 8 USC 132 4 open and close bracket A defines several distinct offenses related to the alien subsection 1324 A 1 1 5 prohibits alien smuggling, domestic transportation of unauthorized alien, concealer, harboring unauthorized alien, encouraging and inducing unauthorized alien to enter the United States of America, and engaging in conspiracy to aid in and abetting any proceeding act. Subsection 1324A2 prohibits bringing or attempting to bring unauthorized alien to the United States in any manner whatsoever, even at a designated port of entry. Subsection 1324A3. So alien smuggling, domestic transporting, harboring, encouraging, inducing, conspiracy, aiding, or abetting, bringing in aliens to the United States, make it an offense for any person who knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that an alien has not received prior authorization to enter or reside in the United States, to bring to or attempts to bring to the United States in any manner whatsoever such alien, regardless of any offense, action which may be later taken with respect to such alien. Illegal immigration. You understand? So, prosecutions for alien smuggling require proof that the defendant knew that the person brought to the United States was an alien with regards to the of violation in 8 USC 1324A, proof of knowledge of reckless disregard of alienage in is sufficient. So the reason why they're going to arrest and charge Squash now for this crime is because all of those guys who are in the video, they came in America illegally. I remember that these guys, they were wanted in Jamaica for murder, and he's the one that paid the fee to the Bahamian for them to smuggle them to America. So you see now, his heart is gonna be in vice. So that's how they're gonna get him first with the smuggling and inducing and bringing these illegal aliens in America. And then now they're gonna hit him with federal charges because these guys they are not legal in the country and they are not supposed to be in possession of any firearm. And he's the one that gave them his firearm. He knows that they're in the country illegal and he provide shelter, comfort, boarding, everything to take care of them whilst they're here. And that's where his luck is going to run out. Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. I'll come with part two to this saga of Squash and his ilk because it is not over. Because there's some other things that's going on with this matter that where I'll give my take of what is going to happen after that with people from the opposing side with this killing of these three people in Florida. This is not Jamaica. You're going to see a different thing. The federal law, Squash is going to need a good federal lawyer, and they're not go, they cannot help him because in America, you know that the media they use the media to make an innocent man guilty and a guilty man innocent. It all depends on where what role you play in any community. Have yourself a beautiful day.